My teacher. A girl was sitting on the beach. It was sunset in the afternoon and the whole beach was empty. She was thinking how the deep sea is engulfing the sun, just like her whole life engulfed her happiness in one strike. Does that mean she can find her happiness there? Yes, my happiness is there. She walked towards the sea little by little. Just when she sunk herself half into the water, a voice came from behind. Tuja, Puya, her grandma called her Puya. This voice was a little harsh, and she lifted her head from the bench where she fell asleep. The maths teacher was taking the class when she fell asleep as usual. What were you doing? That's why I always see silly mistakes in your paper. The rest was the same typical bickering from every day. She didn't listen to the rest. Puya is an ordinary high school student with a shy nature and doesn't talk to anyone until she has to. This 16-year-old girl has short hair, average looks, and is about to give board exams, but her life is not in the mood to give her a break. Go stand there and raise both your hands up. She robotically did what she is told to. This is not a new thing to her, so she never felt uneasy doing that. She has so many more important concerns than that. The class ended when the bell rang. Take these papers, Captain. These are the midterm exam results. Puya reached her bench and folded the paper. She was worried if she would score less than usual in maths. No, that's the damn 60, the definition of an ordinary student. She sighed hardly. After all, there would be nothing better than this in her life. Meanwhile, in the staff room, a man was sitting before the desk, leaning against the chair. His desk is a mess as well as his hair. He was checking the English papers of the students. These kids are all the same, vomiting the answers of notebooks. They didn't even consider languages as hard subjects. You are new right in the place of gosh. You might not know that nowadays students don't have that much interest in literature. That's why they are compromising with a parrot teacher. He understood the poking in his speech, so he just remained silent. While doing that, his eyes got stuck into an answer. That was the explanation of friendship according to you, HMM. So, in summary, according to Mary Lamp, summer friends, the swallow which comes only in the summer symbolizes the so-called friends, which only stays on our side in our good times. The sparrow which comes in winter and stays at our houses is the symbol of true friendship. But according to my experience, rather than hoping for a friend to accompany us, people should know how to be their own friends. Because in tough times, there is no one to accompany us in real life. Interesting, Puya Mitra, Oki. He marked the answer as 9/10 and smiled a little. In the next class, when Puya received her papers, she was so surprised that she stood up and yelled, "How is this possible? I got 70. The whole class was looking at her with shock, and the young teacher gave her a mysterious look. Chapter 2. The whole class was looking at her with shock, and the young teacher gave her a mysterious look. Let's get to a few hours back. The teacher came to the class in the next period. Whispering started as soon as he entered. He joined the school a few weeks back, but no one knew what subject he was going to take. For the entire week he was the center of gossip. Because of his looks, he is so handsome that every girl wished he took their class. He has a yellow complexion, fluffy hair, and he was very tall. Guys, he's in our class. If I must have done something novel in the past to deserve this class. All the girls were thrilled. Some of the jealous boys gave an opposite reaction. He is too skinny to be a man, you. Girls like these types of men now. Shut up, dumbass, you are boiling yourself right now. Attention. I am Marian Prakash, your English teacher, from today in the place of Gosh, sir. Tell me something about the story of the Happy Prince. Close the books now. All the students made some thrilling noises. Arian is a 25-year-old para-teacher who just got appointed in school. He is pretty cool-minded, so most of the people like to be with him. The class wasn't expecting this, but among all these events, Puya was neutral, as usual, and was going to fall asleep again. The teacher was walking between the gaps of bench rows when someone answered. It describes the friendship of the swallow and the Happy Prince. Anything else? No one answered, cause it was the only short answer they knew about the story. You, Sleeping Beauty, wake up, he taped on the bench. Yes, sir, she already said. Tell me something that you think about the story. She thought for a brief moment and answered. So the story revolves around the friendship theme. The Happy Prince symbolizes the human body, and the swallow symbolizes the soul. It delivers the message that if you don't have a true friend, let your soul be your best friend forever. Bravo, Puya Mitra, right. He came back to the table and started to unfold the bundle of answer sheets. Now let me tell you the main reason I asked you the question. I was checking the answer and I found none of you have written your own thoughts. So I don't know about others, but if you don't get the essence of the text from the answer, you will get the same score from me. Everyone was stunned after getting the answer sheets. All of them cut 9 to 10 marks less than they expected. I have already told you what the most excited one did. But sir, according to Roy and Martin, this is the correct answer of summer friends. Yes, I never said that's wrong, but that's not your words. Also, you made plenty of spelling and verbal mistakes in the words. But sir, she didn't even use a reference book. How could she get 70? Because she wrote what she thought. In the question you were asked to give your opinion, and I can't reject anyone's opinion in that. Literature is not history-minded. He smiled a little towards the class and went out when the bell rang. That was the first time something different happened in Puya's life.
Who am I? Once upon a time in the enchanting underwater city of Atlantica, there lived a mermaid named Marina, with her shimmering aqua blue tail and iridescent scales. Marina was known for her captivating beauty that rivaled the most vibrant corals in the ocean. Marina's days were filled with joy as she explored the coral gardens, danced with schools of colorful fish, and sang melodic tunes that echoed through the ocean depths. Her voice was so enchanting that even the elusive sea creatures would emerge from their hidden caves to listen. One day, while swimming near the surface, Marina spotted a human ship sailing above. Intrigued by the world beyond the waves, she cautiously approached the surface, her curiosity overpowering any fear. As she gazed upon the ship, a young sailor named Leo caught sight of her and was captivated by her ethereal beauty. Their eyes met, creating an instant connection between two worlds. Leo, fascinated by the mysterious mermaid, dove into the sea to be closer to her. Marina, in turn, welcomed him into her underwater realm, sharing the wonders of her beautiful life beneath the waves. Together, they explored the coral palaces, swam with playful dolphins, and shared stories of their respective worlds. As their friendship blossomed into something deeper, Marina and Leo faced the challenge of bridging the gap between the land and the sea. Despite the differences in their worlds, Marina and Leo discovered that love knows no boundaries. With the blessing of the ocean's mystical beings, they found a way to unite their lives. Marina's beautiful life became even more extraordinary as she and Leo embraced the magic of love that transcended the depths of the ocean and the heights of the sky. And so, their tale became a legend, a testament to the power of connection and the beauty found in embracing the unknown. As Marina and Leo's love deepened, they decided to create a haven where both worlds could coexist harmoniously. With the help of wise sea turtles and ancient merfolk, they built a magnificent underwater palace near the border of land and sea. The palace was adorned with pearls, seashells, and shimmering crystals that reflected the sunlight filtering through the waves. Marina and Leo invited creatures from both realms to celebrate the unity they had forged. Dolphins and seagulls joined colorful fish and merfolk in a grand underwater festival, while humans from nearby coastal villages marveled at the beauty of the underwater spectacle. The couple's love story became a beacon of hope, inspiring others to appreciate the beauty and diversity. Marina's once hidden world beneath the waves and Leo's familiar land now coexisted in perfect harmony. The ocean and the shore had found a balance thanks to the love that transcended boundaries. As the years passed, Marina and Leo became ambassadors of peace between their two worlds. They worked tirelessly to bridge the gap, fostering understanding and cooperation among humans and sea creatures. The once separate communities learned to appreciate the unique wonders each realm offered, creating a shared appreciation for the beauty that surrounded them. Marina's beautiful life had transformed into a legacy of love, unity, and acceptance. The ocean and the land, once divided, now thrive together in a delicate dance of harmony. And so, the enchanting tale of Marina and Leo became a timeless story told by generations, a reminder that love has the power to bring worlds together and create a beautiful life for all. As Marina and Leo continued their mission to unite the ocean and the land, they encountered challenges that tested the strength of their bond. Rumors of their unconventional love spread, causing both excitement and skepticism among their respective communities. Facing adversity, Marina and Leo embarked on a journey to promote understanding and erase misconceptions. They organized joint ventures, such as coastal cleanup initiatives where humans and merfolk worked side by side to preserve the beauty of both realms. Through these collaborative efforts, trust slowly blossomed, fostering a newfound sense of unity. In their palace, Marina established a school where merfolk and humans could learn from each other. The exchange of knowledge and culture became a cornerstone of their shared existence. Humans discovered the wonders of underwater ecosystems, while merfolk gained insights into the intricate tapestry of human societies. Marina and Leo's commitment to harmony extended beyond their immediate surroundings. They engaged with neighboring kingdoms, creating alliances that strengthen the bond between land and sea. Their tale became a symbol of hope and cooperation, influencing leaders to prioritize the protection of the ocean and the conservation of marine life. As time passed, the once segregated communities embraced a collective responsibility for the well-being of their shared home. Together, they faced environmental challenges, working hand in hand to preserve the delicate balance of nature. Marina's beautiful life evolved into a story of resilience, perseverance, and the transformative power of love. The once isolated realms now thrived as one interconnected ecosystem where the beauty of both land and sea was celebrated by creatures of all kinds. And so, as Marina and Leo aged gracefully, their legacy lived on in the united hearts of those who had learned to cherish the beauty found in embracing diversity, overcoming obstacles, and forging connections that transcended the boundaries of their origins.
Empty Cup. In the quiet town of Serenity Springs, there lived a young man named Erix. Erix was known for his easygoing nature and a perpetual smile that seemed to brighten even the gloomiest days. However, behind that cheerful facade, Erix carried a burden, sense of emptiness that lingered in the depths of his soul. Erix's life revolved around a small, cozy cafe called Whispers Brew. The establishment, with its warm hues and the aroma of freshly ground coffee, served as a haven for the townsfolk. Erix worked there, greeting customers with his infectious smile. But few knew the true emptiness he harbored. One peculiar object in Erix's life mirrored his emotional state: a chipped ceramic cup that he used daily. The cup, once vibrant with colors, had faded over time, much like the vibrancy that seemed to be fading from Erix's spirit. It was a gift from his grandmother, a symbol of their shared love for coffee and the cherished moments spent together. As Erix went about his routine Whispers Brew, serving lattes and engaging in light banter with regulars, his inner world remained a silent struggle. The cafe, bustling with laughter and conversation, became a paradoxical echo of his own solitude. The chipped cup, a constant companion in his hands, carried the weight of unspoken emotions. One day, a mysterious traveler named Eleanor entered Whispers Brew. She sensed the subtle melancholy that surrounded Eric's and decided to strike up a conversation. Eric's, surprised by the stranger's perceptiveness, found himself opening up about the void he felt within. Eleanor, an artist and wanderer, listened intently to Eric's tale. She observed the chipped cup, now cradled in his hands, and saw it as more than just a vessel for coffee. It was a vessel for emotions left unspoken. Inspired by the narrative woven around the cup, Eleanor proposed an idea to Eric's. Together, they decided to embark on a journey to mend the chipped cup and, by extension, Eric's sense of emptiness. Their quest took them to neighboring towns, where skilled artisans and craftsmen worked their magic. Along the way, Eric's discovered the therapeutic power of creating art, and Eleanor shared stories of her own journey towards self-discovery. As the chipped cup underwent a transformation, so did Eric's. He began to realize that life, like the ceramic vessel, could be fragile yet resilient. The cracks and imperfections told a story of endurance and growth. Eric's heart, once burdened by emptiness, started to fill with newfound purpose and creativity. Upon returning to Serenity Springs, Eric's and Eleanor found the townsfolk eagerly awaiting the transformation of the chipped cup. Whispers Brew buzzed with excitement as Eric's revealed the restored masterpiece, a radiant mosaic of colors that told a tale of healing and transformation. The townspeople, captivated by the beauty of the cup and the resilience it symbolized, celebrated Eric's journey to fill his own emotional void. Emboldened by this experience, Eric's decided to share his story through the medium he knew best, coffee. He started a series of themed events at Whispers Brew, where patrons could gather to express their emotions through art, poetry, and storytelling. The cafe transformed into a hub of creativity and connection, with Eric's at the center, orchestrating a symphony of shared experiences. The chipped cup became a symbol of Serenity Springs' resilience and the transformative power of embracing vulnerability. Eric's, once defined by the emptiness within, now stood as a testament to the idea that healing begins when we confront our vulnerabilities and let the light in. In the evenings, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Eric's would sit by the window of Whispers Brew, cradling his once empty cup, now filled with the warmth of shared stories and the richness of connection. The cafe, once a backdrop to his solitude, had become a vibrant tapestry of community, and Eric's, having found purpose in the unlikeliest of places, smiled not just with his lips, but with the depths of his reinvigorated soul. Eleanor, having become an integral part of Eric's life, decided to stay in Serenity Springs. The artistic duo continued to collaborate, bringing new life to the cafe and the town itself. Together, they organized art festivals, community workshops, and even transformed the once neglected corner of the park into an outdoor gallery where local artists could display their creations. The chipped cup, now a symbol of Serenity Springs' revitalization, became the town's unofficial mascot. It adorned posters for events, featured in local publications, and became a source of inspiration for other towns facing their own challenges. Eric's story, intertwined with the journey of the chipped cup, became folklore and narrative shared from one generation to the next. As the town flourished with creativity, Eric's and Eleanor's love story blossomed as well. Their shared passion for art, coffee, and the transformative power of community deepened their connection. The once empty cup, now a vibrant masterpiece, mirrored the richness of their relationship. The couple, fueled by their success in Serenity Springs, decided to take their message beyond town borders. They embarked on a journey, traveling to nearby communities and sharing the story of the chipped cup's transformation as a metaphor for resilience and renewal. Their travels turned into a documentary, capturing the essence of small-town magic and the universal human experience of overcoming emptiness. Eric's and Eleanor's story reached far and wide, touching the hearts of people from different walks of life. They received invitations to speak at conferences, art exhibitions, and even appeared on national television to share their message of hope. The chipped cup, once a simple vessel in a small-town cafe, had become an international symbol of the power of vulnerability and the strength found in embracing one's imperfections. Back in Serenity Springs, the cafe continued to thrive. Whispers Brew became a destination for artists, writers, and seekers of inspiration. From around the world, Eric's and Eleanor, now recognized as ambassadors of creativity and resilience, collaborated with local schools to implement art programs, ensuring that the next generation had the tools to express themselves and confront their own emptiness. One day, as Eric stood by the window of Whispers Brew, gazing at the bustling town square filled with laughter and vibrant artwork, he couldn't help but reflect on the incredible journey he had undertaken. The once empty cup had not only been restored, but had overflowed with possibilities and connections. The townsfolk, grateful for the transformative impact Eric's and Eleanor had brought to their lives, organized a grand celebration in their honor. The town square, adorned with colorful banners and illuminated by twinkling lights, became a stage for gratitude and joy. Eric's and Eleanor, surrounded by the people whose lives they had touched, felt a profound sense of fulfillment. As the celebration unfolded, Eric's lifted the chipped cup in a toast. He spoke words of gratitude to the town that had embraced vulnerability, to the love that had blossomed amidst brokenness, and to the belief that every empty cup, no matter how chipped, could be filled with the beauty of shared stories and shared moments. And so, in the heart of Serenity Springs, the once empty cup, now a symbol of resilience, love, and community, stood as a testament to the transformative power of embracing imperfections and the boundless potential found in every crack and crevice of life's journey. Invisible Writer. In a quaint town nestled between rolling hills and lush greenery, there lived a mysterious figure, the Invisible Writer. The townsfolk spoke of Alia, a reclusive woman with an uncanny ability to craft enchanting tales that seemed to come to life. Alia's existence was shrouded in secrecy, as she was rarely seen in public, and her presence was only felt through the magical stories that captivated the hearts of those who read them. Alia's dwelling was a cottage at the edge of town, surrounded by a vibrant garden that seemed to flourish under her invisible touch. Her windows were adorned with curtains that swayed with an ethereal breeze, creating an atmosphere of enchantment. Rumors about Alia's origins circulated among the townspeople, with some believing she possessed mystical powers bestowed upon her by ancient spirits. The townspeople eagerly awaited Alia's latest creations, for her stories were a source of joy and inspiration. Each tale transported readers to fantastical realms filled with mythical creatures, daring adventures, and profound lessons. Despite her elusive nature, Alia's words resonated with the townspeople, leaving an indelible mark on their imaginations. One day, a curious young girl named Lily became determined to unravel the mystery of the Invisible Writer. Lily, an avid reader, had been profoundly moved by Alia's stories and felt a deep connection to the invisible wordsmith. She embarked on a quest to discover the truth behind Alia's invisibility and the magical tales that flowed from her unseen pen. Lily began her journey by visiting the local library, where ancient texts and folklore hinted at the existence of gifted storytellers. Throughout history, legends spoke of individuals blessed with the ability to weave tales that transcended the boundaries of reality. As Lily delved into these tales, she felt a growing certainty that Alia was one such storyteller. Driven by her determination, Lily sought guidance from the wise elder of the town, a venerable woman, Elder Amelia. Amelia had lived through many generations and was rumored to have encountered the invisible writer in her youth. As Lily approached Amelia's humble abode, the air seemed to shimmer with anticipation. Elder Amelia welcomed Lily and, after sharing tales of her encounters with the invisible writer, revealed a long-forgotten legend. According to the legend, Alia was a guardian of stories, chosen by the spirits to preserve the magic of storytelling for generations to come. The invisibility bestowed upon Alia was a gift from the mystical realm, allowing her to remain unseen while weaving the threads of imagination. Lily's heart swelled with awe and gratitude for the invisible writer, realizing that Alia's purpose was to inspire and enchant the world through her invisible pen. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Lily returned to her daily life, cherishing the stories that Alia continued to gift to the town. The invisible writer, Alia, remained a mystery to most, but the townspeople embraced the enchantment she brought to their lives. As Lily grew older, she became a storyteller herself. Inspired by the magical legacy of Alia, the tales of the invisible writer lived on, carried by the winds of imagination, touching the hearts of generations to come. And so, in the quiet town with rolling hills and lush greenery, the magic of storytelling endured, thanks to the invisible hand of Alia, the guardian of stories. As Lily matured, her fascination with Alia's stories evolved into a deep appreciation for the art of storytelling. She spent countless hours in the library, studying the nuances of narrative and delving into the diverse world of literature. Lily's passion for stories led her to become a storyteller in her own right, sharing tales of wonder and wisdom with the townspeople. Inspired by Alia's invisible legacy, Lily began to organize storytelling events in the town square, inviting people of all ages to gather and share their own narratives. These communal storytelling sessions became a cherished tradition, fostering a sense of unity and creativity among the townspeople. Alia's influence, though unseen, permeated the very fabric of the town's cultural tapestry. As the years passed, Lily's efforts to honor Alia's legacy caught the attention of a group of aspiring writers from neighboring towns. Intrigued by the invisible writer's mystique, they sought out Lily for guidance and mentorship. Lily, now a revered storyteller, embraced the opportunity to nurture the next generation of wordsmiths. Together, they formed a tight-knit community of storytellers, creating a haven where imagination knew no bounds. They met regularly in the gardens surrounding Alia's cottage, a place believed to be imbued with the essence of storytelling magic. The invisible presence of Alia seemed to weave through the leaves and flowers, inspiring the writers to pen tales that resonated with the beauty and complexity of life. One day, as the group gathered under the ancient oak tree in Alia's garden, they experienced a moment of collective wonder. The air shimmered with a faint, invisible glow, and a gentle breeze carried with it the scent of parchment and ink. It was as if Alia's spirit had momentarily revealed itself, acknowledging the continuation of her storytelling legacy. Emboldened by this mystical encounter, the group decided to compile an anthology of their stories, dedicating it to the invisible writer, Alia. The anthology became a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the ripple effect of inspiration that emanated from one invisible pen. As the anthology gained acclaim beyond the town's borders, Alia's influence reached far and wide. Readers from distant lands were captivated by the enchanting narratives and the story of the elusive invisible writer. Alia's legacy transcended the boundaries of the quaint town, becoming a beacon of creativity and imagination for storytellers around the world. And so, the invisible writer, Alia, continued to shape the world from the shadows, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of those who dared to dream. The garden at the edge of the town became a pilgrimage site for storytellers seeking inspiration and the stories written under the invisible influence of Aelia echoed through the ages, ensuring that the magic of storytelling would endure 4 generations to come. As the stories of Aelia's influence spread, a growing curiosity emerged among scholars and researchers from various disciplines. The enigma of the invisible writer became a subject of academic inquiry, drawing the attention of those fascinated by the intersection of folklore, mysticism, and literature. Universities sent emissaries to the town, hoping to uncover the truth behind Aelia's invisibility and the source of her storytelling prowess. However, the townspeople, bound by a sacred pact to protect Aelia's secret, politely declined to reveal the details of her mystical existence. The allure of the unknown only intensified the interest of these scholars, sparking debates and discussions that echoed in lecture halls and academic journals. In response to the growing scholarly interest, a small museum dedicated to the invisible writer was established on the outskirts of the town. The museum showcased artifacts related to Aelia's life, including manuscripts with invisible ink, quills that seemed to write on their own, and ethereal paintings that depicted scenes from her enchanting tales. Visitors marveled at the mysterious artifacts, their imaginations ignited by the palpable magic that lingered in the air. Lily, now a venerable figure herself, became the unofficial curator of the museum, sharing stories of Aelia with visitors from far and wide. She spoke eloquently about the transformative power of storytelling and the enduring legacy of the invisible writer. The museum, surrounded by the same enchanting garden where Aelia had once resided, became a pilgrimage site for literature enthusiasts, scholars, and storytellers alike. In the midst of this newfound attention, a humble scholar named Oliver arrived in the town. Intrigued by the tales surrounding Aelia, he immersed himself in the museum's collection, studying every artifact and document meticulously. Oliver, with a passion for unraveling mysteries, was determined to uncover the truth behind Aelia's invisibility and the origin of her magical stories. As Oliver delved into ancient texts and collaborated with local historians, he began to piece together fragments of the legend surrounding the invisible writer. His research led him to believe that Aelia's invisibility was not merely a metaphorical expression, but a tangible manifestation of a rare enchantment passed down through generations. In an unexpected turn of events, Oliver discovered an old diary hidden in the museum's archives. The diary, believed to belong to Aelia herself, contained cryptic entries detailing her encounters with mystical beings and the profound responsibility she felt. As the guardian of stories, Oliver, fueled by a newfound sense of purpose, dedicated himself to translating the diary's passages and uncovering the secrets it held. As Oliver delved deeper into the diary, he became convinced that Aelia's invisibility was a result of a pact she had made with otherworldly entities. The diary hinted at a magical realm, where stories took on a life of their own, and Aelia's role as a conduit between that realm and the human world. The revelation sent ripples through the academic community, sparking debates about the intersection of magic and literature. In the end, the mystery of the invisible writer, Aelia, remained intact. Scholars continued to ponder the nature of her enchantment, and storytellers drew inspiration from the enduring legacy she left behind. The town, now known as a haven for those who cherish the magic of storytelling, stood as a testament to the invisible threads that connected the realms of imagination and reality. Never give up. In a bustling city where dreams collided with the harsh realities of life, there lived a determined soul named Larry. From a young age, Larry possessed an unwavering spirit that refused to bow to adversity. Raised in a modest neighborhood, surrounded by the cacophony of urban life, Larry's dreams soared above the city skyline. Fueled by an unyielding belief in the power of perseverance, Larry's journey began in a small apartment where The walls echoed with the hum of the city below, raised by a single parent, Larry's mother, who worked long hours to make ends meet, instilled a profound lesson in the art of resilience. It was in the face of life's challenges that Larry's mantra emerged: never give up. As a child, Larry harbored a passion for art, finding solace and expression in every stroke of a paintbrush. Despite the odds stacked against dreams in the concrete jungle, Larry's artistic endeavors became a sanctuary, a realm where imagination knew no bounds. From the graffiti-covered alleyways to the bustling parks, Larry's art whispered messages of hope to those who took a moment to pause and observe. However, the journey to pursue a career in art was not without its hurdles. Larry faced skepticism and discouragement from those who believed that dreams were meant to be tamed by practicality. Undeterred, Larry continued to create, transforming the challenges into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. In the heart of the city, an art competition emerged as an opportunity for aspiring artists to showcase their talents. The grand prize promised not only recognition, but a chance to turn passion into a profession. Larry, with a portfolio filled with dreams and determination, decided to seize this opportunity. The competition, named City Canvas, drew artists from diverse backgrounds, each with a unique story etched into their creations. Larry's artwork, a vibrant tapestry of colors that mirrored the city's dynamic energy, caught the attention of both judges and spectators. However, as the final round approached, doubts crept in, threatening to overshadow Larry's unwavering spirit. The night before the decisive round, Larry stood on the apartment balcony, gazing at the city lights that flickered like distant stars. In that moment, a realization dawned. The journey was not solely about winning. It was a testament to resilience, a celebration of the indomitable human spirit. Armed with this newfound perspective, Larry returned to the canvas, infusing each stroke with the echoes of the city's heartbeat. The day of the final round arrived, and the competition hall buzzed with anticipation. Larry's artwork, titled Urban Symphony, conveyed a symphony of struggles and triumphs, a visual narrative that resonated with the collective experiences of those navigating the city's labyrinth. As the judges deliberated, Larry felt a sense of accomplishment, knowing that the message embedded in the art surpassed the boundaries of competition. When the results were announced, Larry stood on the winner's podium, the embodiment of resilience and artistic prowess. The victory, however, was not just a personal triumph. It was a triumph for every dreamer who had been told to abandon their aspiration. Larry's story became a beacon of inspiration, radiating across the city and beyond. With newfound recognition, opportunities flooded in for Larry. Galleries sought to showcase the artwork, and collaborations with fellow artists flourished. Yet, amid the success, Larry remained grounded, never forgetting the mantra that had fueled the journey: never give up. In an act of gratitude, Larry initiated community art projects, transforming neglected spaces into vibrant murals that told stories of hope, resilience, and unity. The city, once a backdrop to Larry's struggle, now became a canvas for collective inspiration. Each mural a testament to the belief that every corner held the potential for transformation. As the years unfolded, Larry's impact rippled through the art community, inspiring emerging talents to embrace their uniqueness and persevere in the face of challenges. Larry became not just an artist but a mentor, encouraging others to find their voice and let their creativity illuminate the world. Larry's story echoed through the city streets, a living testament to the power of determination and the transformative force of unwavering belief. The small apartment, where dreams were nurtured and resilience was forged, became a symbol of possibility for generations to come. And in every stroke of paint, in every splash of color, Larry's mantra whispered through the city, a timeless reminder to never give up. As Larry's influence continued to grow, the city began to recognize the transformative potential of art in fostering community and igniting change. Public spaces became canvases for collaborative projects, and Lery found themselves at the forefront of initiatives that aimed to bring art to the masses. One particularly ambitious project involved turning an abandoned warehouse into a vibrant art hub. Lery rallied a diverse group of artists, from seasoned professionals to local enthusiasts, to collectively breathe life into the neglected space. The result was a kaleidoscope of murals, sculptures, and installations that not only revitalized the warehouse, but also became a symbol of the city's cultural renaissance. The art hub quickly evolved into a creative haven, hosting workshops, exhibitions. It wasn't just about individual success, it was about nurturing a collective spirit of resilience and creativity that echoed Lery's own journey, embracing the philosophy that art had the power to transcend barriers. Lery initiated projects that bridged communities, collaborations with schools, youth centers, and cultural organizations became a staple of Lery's mission to make art accessible to everyone. Every once segregated neighborhoods found common ground in the language of creativity, breaking down walls, both metaphorical and physical. Lery's story became intertwined with the city's narrative of transformation. The impact extended beyond the art world, influencing urban planning and community development. City officials began to view public art not just as decoration, but as a catalyst for positive change, a tool to foster unity and rejuvenate forgotten spaces. Despite the accolades and recognition, Lery remained true to their roots, often returning to the apartment that had witnessed the evolution of dreams. The walls, once a backdrop to uncertainty, now bore witness to a journey of triumph and community building. Lery's mother, who had been a silent pillar of support, reveled in the pride of seeing her child not just succeed, but contribute to the betterment of the city. As Lery's story spread globally, invitations poured in from various corners of the world. International collaborations allowed Lery to bring the spirit of resilience to different cultures and communities. Through these experiences, Lery discovered that the universal language of art could connect people across borders, transcending linguistic and cultural differences. In the midst of these adventures, Lery never forgot the importance of giving back. A foundation, named Never Give Up Arts Initiative, was established to provide resources and mentorship to aspiring artists facing adversity. Scholarships, workshops, and community outreach programs became the pillars of the initiative, ensuring that Lery's legacy extended beyond their own artistic endeavors. In a poignant moment of reflection, Lery stood atop a hill overlooking the city, where skyscrapers touched the heavens and neighborhoods thrived with life. The journey from the small apartment to the summit seemed surreal, and the city below, once a challenging maze, now sparkled with the promise of endless possibilities. Lery's story became a book, not just of personal triumph, but of communal resilience and the transformative power of art. The pages of this book turned into a source of inspiration for generations yet to come, a reminder that within every setback lay the seeds of a remarkable comeback. And so, in the heart of the bustling city, where dreams once clashed with the realities of life, Lery's mantra echoed through the streets: never give up. It became a rallying cry for those navigating their own journeys, a testament to the enduring truth that, with determination and the touch of creativity,
You monster. Are you a virgin, miss? We are very sorry, but without money, we can't save him. No, please. Wait, doctor, please. Her red, cherry-like lips were trembling in fear. Her body was frozen as she stopped in the middle of the road the moment the doctor ended the call. Her mind went blank and her tears just wouldn't stop falling like rain. The weak light of hope left in her heart was completely covered with nothing but darkness. Her eyes, which were as beautiful as the most expensive diamond in existence, were turning lifeless. Life was, as always, too cruel for her. Her sweet little brother, who was just 11 years old, was dying. He needed a bone marrow transplant, but Davi failed to find enough money needed for it. She already sold everything they had, and the only thing left was her body. Davi was just an ordinary girl, but her beauty was something even the FLIs wouldn't deny. Yes, she was too beautiful that she was nicknamed the most unfortunate goddess in existence. Living a poor life earned her such a nickname. People mocked her for wasting her beauty, saying that she was like a lost diamond, wasting her life living among the gravel stones. She was scouted by numerous talent agencies offering her what was considered lavish, but she declined them all. People called her crazy, but little did they knew how much Davi hated the entertainment industry. To her, the entertainment industry was nothing but hell. It was the same hell that ruined her entire family. Even now, her hate never subsided, to the point that she'd rather sell herself than join the same hell that was responsible for her parents' death. Beep. A car was approaching her, but Davi's mind refused to work anymore. She needed someone to help her save her brother. She was ready to offer herself to the gods if her brother, her only family alive, would be saved. A BMW stopped less than a meter away from her. The car's door opened, but Davi was still staring at her phone. "Miss, are you in need of money that much to even attempt something like this?" A manly voice faintly reached Davi's consciousness, so she blankly turned her face to see a tall man who looks like a bodyguard in front of her. He was angry, but the man's eyes slightly widened the moment he saw her face. The girl was crying so hard, she looked like the world was over for her. Her eye bags were dark, but her beauty was just too much to ignore. She looked like a perfect doll, almost too beautiful to be true. "Yes, I need money." Davi's voice was hoarse, but her half-conscious mind still made her say what she wanted. Deep within her, she knew that if her brother was gone as well, she wouldn't be able to continue living anymore. "Are you a virgin?" the man quickly asked without beating around the bush, straight as ever. Davi instantly felt chills, and her mind was immediately awakened by the words of the stranger in front of her. She knew the meaning of his words. Her tears fell again, but she clenched her fist tight. "What is dignity if I lose my only reason to keep living? What is life if the last of my family die as well?" she thought. She bit her lip, then met the tall man's serious eyes bravely, like a warrior. "Yes." Upon hearing the girl's answer, the tall man narrowed his eyes. He stared at her for a long while as if he was contemplating about something, and then he quickly brought out his phone. He turned his back and made a quick call before he faced the girl again. "Then come with me. I need to confirm that you're a virgin first." The man moved and opened the car's door, but Davi didn't move. "What? You changed your mind?" "No, but I'm running out of time. My brother is dying. He needs a surgery right away. If I delay any more, he might not make it." Davi's lost light of hope lit once again, so her brain instantly woke up for another fight. she was desperate. She won't give up no matter how faint the light of hope was. What if you're lying? The man glared at her. The man's aura was intimidating, as if he was a dreadful soldier who already killed dozens or even hundreds of men. But surprisingly, Davi couldn't even feel scared anymore. There was nothing more fearful to her than the death of her only family. If I'm lying, then kill me. Her eyes glittered wildly, and the man couldn't help but feel a faint aura of a warrior strangely coming from her. She was just a beautiful girl, but he felt like she was someone who had gone through hell. She looked so weak, but felt so strong. She was indeed the type of a girl he was looking for. Fine, as you wish. For some reason, the man looked like he was relieved. He then quickly went inside the car and took a white folder with him. Here, this is the contract. If you are willing to abide, then sign it, and half of the money will be transferred right now, the man said, and Davi quickly took the papers in his hand, surprised that the man actually had a contract with him. Could it be that this man was on his way to offer this contract with someone? Davi looked at him and swallowed. If that was the case, could she think of this coincidence as a mercy? She scanned the paper right away to the page where the amount of money was indicated. But to her surprise, there was no amount of money written in the contract. As you can see, the money depends on what you ask for. The limit of money you want depends on you, the man said with a straight face, looking strict and firm. Davi couldn't believe it, but she had no more time to waste. She was ready for whatever lies ahead. She knew how absurd this kind of offer was. She knew that it was too good to be true, and yet she didn't hesitate anymore. She didn't even take the time to read what the conditions were. I'm signing it now. Huh? But you haven't even read. It's fine. I will read it later. Please. I need to save my brother first. Pen, please. The tall man's straight face frowned in disbelief. He couldn't see any hesitation on this weak-looking girl's face. Her eyes were filled with nothing but determination. She looked like she was determined to fight, even if the cost was to be dragged through hell. This isn't a plaything, I'm warning you, the man said as he showed an obvious hesitation in his face while lending her a pen. But Davi quickly took the pen from his hand. Under a broad daylight, in the middle of a road where a few cars were passing by, she signed the contract with her heart and soul burning like fire. That moment, she raised her hand, giving back the papers to the man. A mysterious smile was carved in her soft red lips. It was a smile filled with mixed emotions. Pain and relief merged as one inside her chest. She was burning. She felt like the world was crushing her heart. She knew that after this one short moment, her life will never be the same again. 5 days passed, and Davi was now inside a luxurious car heading towards a place she didn't even know. Her brother was now safe. He was recovering in the hospital. When she left him, Davi broke down in tears when the doctors assured her that he was now stable and safe. She felt like a huge thorn that was stabbed in her chest was painfully pulled out, and she could finally breathe again. The day she signed the contract, Davi herself was stunned on how fast things went through. Her brother was instantly transferred to the country's most expensive hospital. He was treated as if he was an heir of some rich family. His room didn't even look like it was in a hospital, rather, it looked like a presidential suite. Davi only asked them to save him. She didn't ask them to treat him like a prince or anything. Even she was no exemption, because she was also strangely being treated like a princess. But then, Davi couldn't even pay any attention to the sudden extravagance she was suddenly experiencing. She just didn't care anymore. what was important to her was nothing but her brother's safety. After his brother's successful surgery, Davi was brought to an empty church for her wedding. The church was filled with white flowers. It almost looked like a fairy's den. Every corner was beautifully designed with lavish and expensive materials. Her dress was nothing like a wedding gown, it was an evening gown, designed with real gems. Her long, straight black hair was dancing gracefully like a black silk waterfall. Everything she wore, everything she saw around was insanely unreal. She looked like a princess in the realm of the gods. She was breathtakingly beautiful and looking pure as snow. But despite all these lavishness and extravagance, the magical hall was empty. She was alone. That bodyguard told her that something suddenly happened, so the groom left before she could even arrive, and that there was no need for any ceremony anymore. The wedding contract was already signed by a nameless someone. There was no printed name written before the signature. And yet, Davi was strangely calm throughout the whole process. The guards were outside so no one could see her. She stared at her soon-to-be husband's signature for a long moment, then she lifted the white folder she was holding. It was the folder she signed days ago that she hadn't even read yet. The groom wasn't there, nor the priest, so Davi read. She went straight to the front page, then read the whole contract aloud. The contract didn't look like a joke at all, but she was smiling. The document almost looked like it was some sort of government confidential file. The only thing weird was that the content felt like a joke to her. The contract stated that she will be heading to her husband's mansion 5 days after her contract signing. She will become a wife until she bears a child. And after giving birth, the child won't be hers. That was all. Nothing was written what will happen after she gave birth. Basically, her only mission was to give her husband a child. However, the rules were even more strange, especially the last one. Rule number 4. You are not allowed to see your husband's face. Davi didn't know how to react. She was speechless. The most important note in the last page also stated that if she broke any of those rules, stated it would cost her contract, termination, and jail, or her life. Her mind was full of curiosity and at the same time uneasiness and bitterness. She couldn't help but think about what was waiting for her. But after a moment, she still went and signed the marriage certificate without batting an eye. She knew that it was foolish for her to even think about backing off now. After she signed it, she smiled bitterly. She couldn't believe that she was already married to a man she had never even seen. And what was worse, she might really never see his face at all.